Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Columbia, Maryland, at the campus of Howard Community College, as the Dragons of Howard take on the Frederick Cougars in the second part of this doubleheader. The women's game in the opener had plenty of fireworks and a 3-1 Dragons win. We'll see if the men can complete the sweep over their local rivals. Mark Winkle bringing you the action today, as we have a couple of longtime rivals going at it. The Frederick Cougars currently sitting at third place in the in the region at 2-1-1, 3-2 overall. 3-2-2 overall. Howard sitting all the way down in seventh place at 2-3 in the division, 5-6 overall as they look to try to rebound. Jesse Sanchez will get the start in goal once again for the Dragons. He has been the goalkeeper of choice lately. Had a lot of switching at the position for the Dragons early on, but Sanchez comes in. He has played in 9 games, a 1.89 goals allowed average, a 65% save percentage, has a 3-3 record. As we are underway here, Frederick in their greens, going from left to right in this first half. Howard, white uniforms, black shorts, they're going from right to left. In goal today is Eric Simonson, just his second start of the season. Another team that has had a bit of a timeshare in goal, and Simonson will get the start. The freshman goalkeeper, 6'4", out of Mount Airy, Maryland, played at Linganore High School. He will get the start, so a bit of a surprising choice as James Boland has started 4 games for the Cougars in between the pipes. As this one crossed in, Simonson could be put to the test early. He is! And Jason Fuentes put in a volley from point-blank range. Simonson up to the task, makes his first save. Howard does get a corner kick out of it. It will be Jason Fuentes to take it from the near side corner. Looking for the right-footed in-swinger. Fuentes goes for the back post. It's going to travel over everybody. Still in play, and a shield job is going to be resulting in a Frederick throw-in. Really good job by Brian Sarr of the Cougars to ensure possession for his team. Frederick unable to clear it out as the Dragons will keep them pinned in their own half. Mateo Moore gets the ball from the far sideline. Tries to lay it off for Fuentes. Chipped in by Estrada. Norton goes up for the header, and it's going to be cleared out by Marlon Melendez. Fabian Espinoza by himself is able to keep possession, trying to play the corner ball. Looking for Oscar Valdez. And it's going to travel out for a Howard throw-in. Amankwai tried to clear that out. It's going to be blocked by Espinoza into the waiting hands of Jesse Sanchez. Howard in their familiar 4-2-3-1 formation. Chris Herzog continues to get the starts at left back. He's been progressively getting stronger and stronger the more playing time he gets. Followed by Larios, Amankwai, and Estrada from left to right. Simmons in the holding midfield alongside Kai Onabayi, who gets his first start of the season. Norton, Fuentes, and Moore get the start at the attacking midfield spots, with Diallo playing as the lone striker in the 9 role. Melendez throws it off of a Howard head, and it's going to be Frederick who's able to slowly move up a little bit further. And that's going to be a hard play as Elijah Reyes attempted to try to play a through ball on the outside of his right foot. Follow-up attempt resulted in him getting called for the first foul of the game. Quick free kick taken, but headed out by Melendez. Valdez, given away. Diallo plays it in for Norton. He's onside. Into the near side corner goes Truce Norton. Pulls it back. Chips it into the box. Headed on by Fuentes. Saved by Simonson. A beautiful cross in by Norton. Fuentes made good contact with it, but unfortunately for the Dragons, it went right into the waiting hands of Simonson. Frederick once again trying to play out, and this time they will be able to draw a foul. It's Kyle Simmons who gets credited with that one. Played long. Headed square ball by Valdez. Now chipped over the top. A nice ball by Iker Alvarenga. Sar fighting for it in the corner. Alvarenga now will chip it in. Herzog able to head it away for the Dragons. Contact in the box. No foul is called. Dragons will look to break out. Fuentes plays an early ball looking for Norton. Norton gets on his horse. Cougars defense able to come back, and a good slide tackle by Melendez will stop the counterattack of the Dragons. Frederick comes in averaging 14 shots per game. Scored 23 goals in 7 games. A little bit over 3 goals a game. As Simonson will clear that out. Nice move by Melendez to get around. Diallo comes all the way back, puts his shoulder into Melendez, wins it back for Howard. Play towards the far side. It's going to be Mateo Moore trying to get around Alexander Moreno. Moore plays it in towards the middle. Simmons helps it along to Herzog. His shot is going to be blocked away. Herzog made a strong run from his defensive spot, and it was able to fall right to him at about the penalty spot. Cougar defense did a good job of closing him down. This is Estrada trying to get the cross in. It's going to be deflected away, and Howard will earn their second corner kick of the game. Cougars missing a key player as freshman Alexander Coleman not dressed today. He has started 5 games on that defensive line for the Cougars, and with all of the pressure that the Dragons have put on early on, certainly will be feeling his missing presence in there. Larios was able to get his head onto that corner kick, but it went well high of the net. Sar able to turn and look. Early ball played long, and that's just going to be a little bit too long as Joshua Martins tried to check it up, but just couldn't quite get the backspin that he was looking for. Amankwai goes short to Estrada. The Dragons have tinkered with their back line for much of the early part of this season, trying to find the right formula. And the last few games, it appears that Coach Stefan Dragunov, in his 19th season as the head coach of the Dragons, has found the 4 that he likes to go with. These 4 have started now 3 straight games. The Raptors coming off of 2 straight losses against really tough teams. They lost 4-0 against Montgomery a week ago. This one is put into the box and just a little bit too high. Not sure if Valdez was looking to cross or shoot there, but nonetheless, it's going to be a stopped clock. Looks like we might have a equipment malfunction on the field as our Looks to get his shin guards back in place. And we will get back underway. Played forward, looking for the overlap run of Simmons, but it is cleared out by the Cougars. Simonson kicks it towards the middle of the field. Bounces 3 times before getting to Monkawai. Norton couldn't turn around and find it, and it will go out. Montgomery, like I said, a 4-0 win over these Cougars. A 2-0 loss to Northern Virginia, another strong team in the division this year. That's going to be a foul against Onibai. A 1-1 tie against Potomac State before that, as part of a 5-game unbeaten streak that the Cougars had starting this year. A 4-3 win over Southern Maryland, 3-3 tie with Prince George's, an 11-2 win over Harrisburg Area Community College, and a 3-1 win over CCBC Catonsville. Melendez to take the free kick from right at the midline. Curls it away from goal. Sarr attempts to trap it down. It's now going to be played towards the corner. And there was nobody in a white shirt anywhere near Valdez, but perhaps that is because he was offsides on the play. Beatriz plays it back to his goalkeeper. Once again, the Dragons with the high pressure, able to keep it in the Cougar half. Moore attempting to get around his man. Good fight on the far side. Simmons will help him out. Plays it back to Fuentes. Fuentes tries the left-footed shot and just doesn't quite get enough of that to trouble Simonson, and it will go wide of the net. Dustin Wise in his first year as head coach of the Frederick Cougars, coming over from Allegheny, where he previously coached the men's soccer team. Part of a lot of switching within the region of soccer coaches. We've seen it a ton, especially in this last 12 months, where coaches are just going from one Maryland community college to another. Flipped across to Melendez. He's going to run forward. Norton trying to pull him back to slow him down. Good layoff there. Martins with a shot. Oh, that left-footed shot didn't miss by much. Sanchez was covering his near corner on the diving attempt, and it went wide. But the best buildup of the game for the Cougars results in a shot that didn't miss by much. Sanchez to take the goal kick. Played for the corner to Norton. Once again, Norton moving forward. Shannon. Amonkwai. Headed back towards the middle. And that offsides on the quick play as Espinoza got his run started just a little bit too early. Frederick certainly looking for the quick strike attacks, trying to see if they can catch this Howard defense off guard. Amankwai with the long ball once again going towards the direction of Truce Norton. I have a feeling we're going to see Norton and Melendez with a whole lot of battles on this side. And Melendez does a good job of paring that away. Herzog will move up to take the throw, and he's got a long throw in. Should be able to get this into the box, and he does just that. Head on by Moore, and just goes a little bit too high up in the air, and will not trouble Soren or Simonson on the play. First day playing on the grass field in about a week, as all of the rain that came in forced the Dragons to play their last two home games on the turf field adjacent to where we are right now. But the stadium field back in great shape. In fact, the rain made it look even better than it was before, so certainly a nice little breather for the grass field. Good cross to the far side. One-on-one battle. Estrada gets beat on there. Play towards the middle. Shot is going to be wide, and that is going to be deflected in. The Cougars take the lead. Fabian Espinoza taps it in. Alvarenga had given it to him as the helper, and the Cougars lead 1-0 midway through this first half. Espinoza scores his 6th goal of the season, leads the team in that category. And for Alvarenga, he picks up his 6th assist of the season, second on the team behind Joel Jamison. Onabayi called for the foul. Have to say that goal was against the run of play. Espinoza tries an audacious attempt from midfield. Sanchez almost let it in. It's going goal. The referees are looking at each other, and in the end, they're going to say the ball did not cross the line. But Sanchez spilled that one and nearly let it into his goal. Reyes. Sanchez clears it out to midfield and out of play. And out for a goal kick. Dragons coming off of a tough 4-0 loss against the College of Southern Maryland. Had won 2 straight before that, including an 18-0 drubbing of Westmoreland and a 2-0 tough win against Essex County. However, the biggest stretch of the season for the Dragons starting up now as they are playing all regional divisional games for this stretch, including the long homestand that continues. Played short. Sanchez puts Larios under trouble. As we will see a couple substitutions. So it's going to end up being a foul called against the Cougars, as Munkai will take the free kick. Boots it to the corner. Flicked on by Onabayi. Norton will try to get to it. Joshua Umanzor, and for the Dragon, number 16, Aiden Atang. So Atang will replace Mateo Moore for the Dragons, and Joshua Manzor takes over for Brian Sarr on the green side of things. Manzor immediately gets into the action as he's able to win the ball away, plays it back into Moreno, who's under a lot of pressure, and they'll give it away in their own half. Good job by Reyes to recover for his team, and now they will play it over the top once more. Monkway. Norton has the ability to turn towards goal. A little bit of a heavy touch as Melendez takes it off of him once more. Herzog wins it back, however. Onabayi, Atang, into Norton. He's behind Melendez this time. What a move there. As he, for a second, had put Gustavo Orozco on skates. But Orozco did a great job of recovering. Oh, that's over the head of Larios. Manzor is in. Gets around Sanchez. The empty net. Shoots off the post. Manzor gets the rebound. He'll try again. Sanchez with the save. And now he will finally be able to recover. And Sanchez appears hurt on the play. As the referee looks like he's going to have to stop play, as the training staff will have to attend to the Howard goalkeeper. We'll be back after this injury timeout. So Sanchez is able to recover and continue on. Looks like he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him on that last sequence. Fuentes plays on the ground looking for a Tang. And that's going to be cleared out once more. Manzor called for the foul as he tried to shield off Amankawai. Amankwai. High lifting ball into the top of the box. Headed away by Frederick. They're not going to be able to keep that in, and it should be a corner kick for the Dragons. Second corner of the game for Howard. It will once again be Fuentes on the near side. plays the low ball in, bouncing around the Frederick goal box before it's cleared out. Push from behind by Monkwai, not called, as Espinoza was certainly looking for the call. Onabayi plays it off of Melendez, and it will be a Howard throw. Herzog cradles the ball on the top of his shoulder. Now finds Simmons, plays it forward, looking for Norton, and Norton just couldn't quite trap it down, gives a thumbs up to his midfielder, saying it was a good-looking ball, just not played the way he had hoped. Rolled short. Orozco finds Alvarenga, and Simmons takes him down from behind. This could be troublesome for Simmons, and it's just going to be a common foul called. Simmons lucky on that one, as it looked like Frederick was on a counterattack, and Simmons slowed down, played quickly, collision in the box, and Amankwai looks like he's still down. Play will continue, however. Alvarenga has it taken off of his foot. This game certainly not lacking for action early on. The opening 24 minutes of this game has been nothing but exciting. Collision between a couple of players, and now Alvarenga looks like he may have gotten the worst of that one. Played forward. Amanzor unable to get control, and now Howard going the other way. It's just back and forth action, one side after the other. Both teams looking to just play balls over the top. That's almost given away by Simonson, but Norton couldn't trap it down. Valdez moving the ball forward, looking for the through ball. Stopped by Amankwai. Given right back, however, to Valdez. And Estrada will come sliding in and hit out for a throw in. Taken quickly, Espinoza dribbles to the corner. Now will turn towards goal. Taking on Simmons one-on-one, and Simmons wins that battle. Two players sliding in towards each other. Nobody called for a foul, and actually it looked like both players did a good job of sliding next to each other and not going into each other. And now it looks like a foul was called against, oh no, excuse me, it is going to be a throw-in for Frederick. Played long over the top. Once again, Melendez kicks it back to his goalkeeper. Simonson under pressure from Norton. Orozco. Alvarenga in a battle with Herzog. Herzog wins that one away. Plays toward Tang. There's nobody near Tang, but the ball just gets away from him. He gets the shot off, but it's going to be deflected slightly on the way towards goal by Beatriz. And it was just enough to prevent that ball from going in the net, as the Tang looked like he had nobody between him and the Frederick goal. Diallo picks it up, finds a Tang. A Tang was a mid-season addition for this Dragons team and has provided quite a spark for this team, especially on the offensive side of things. Estrada. Played forward for a Tang. And a Tang, a little bit of a heavy touch. Just let him go. Let him go. That's fine. Let him go. Entering the game for the Cougars, number 16, Kamla Kumi, and number 23, Nicholas Brinkley. Kamla Kumi and Nicholas Brinkley entering the game for the first time for Frederick. Alvarenga and Valdez will get a break. Norton chips it towards the middle, finds Fuentes. He's going to lay it off for Simmons. Simmons will look to put a foot through it and just chips under it too much as it will go well over the net. Herzog plays it forward. Atang appears to have stayed on sides in play. Thought he came from an offside spot, but play will continue. And Diallo called for the foul. Howard in the middle of a stretch of 5 straight Region 20 games. Going towards the far corner. Valdez. Cleared out. Amankwai, who has moved up forward up the pitch. Diallo looking to give it back to Amankwai. He will get control of it in the box. Chris crossed it over, finds Atang. Left-footed shot is going to go high and wide. Another good spark from the Dragons. And this time it's going to come from Henry Amankwai, who has just moved forward. Simmons moved back to play center back and allow Amankwai a little bit more freedom up the pitch. Howard lost the first game of this stretch, a 4-0 loss against Southern Maryland. After today, they host Carroll on Saturday, host Potomac State on Tuesday, October 3rd, and then travel to Northern Virginia on October 5th. After hosting Mercer the following day on October 6th, they'll finish their regular season out at Anne Arundel and at Hagerstown. Again, both regional games. As the Dragon jockey for position looking into the playoffs. Howard Community College playing host to the semifinals and finals of the Region 20 Division II tournament semifinals, taking place for the women on Wednesday, October 25th, the men's semifinals on Thursday, October 26th, and then the championship games for both men and women on Saturday, October 28th, right here on this field. Played early by Espinoza, and it's going to be cleared out by Onabayi, who is able to recover and help out his defensive line. 30 minutes in, 15 to go. Frederick holding on to a 1-0 lead. Howard dominated the early parts of this game. Frederick scored a goal against the run of play, and since then, Frederick feeling the momentum and have been the better side the last 10 minutes or so. Simonson switches the field, finds Moreno. Moreno has some green in front of him, and he's going to chip it long. Good first touch going forward. Martins. And Frederick earns the throw-in deep in the Dragon territory. And a card will be shown. Joshua Martins given the yellow card and now giving. And Martins continues to anger the referee, who's trying to have a conversation with him. Martins now in danger of finding himself a second yellow if he keeps up this. And certainly now in the book of the referee, also has his full undivided attention, so has to be careful for the rest of this game is Joshua Martins. Simmons to take the free kick. Plays it forward. Diallo will flick it on. Atang will do the same. Amankwai gets to it first. Taken out by Simonson. And a foul is called against the Dragons. Oh my goodness. I do not know what the referee saw in that one, as it appeared that Amankwai was undercut And it looks like he's just going to call a goal kick in the end. Tang got to the ball first. Excuse me, it was a Monkwai who got to the ball first, had gotten the touch, and the goalkeeper, Simonson, just undercut through him. Referee decides to play on. Simmons just flicks it up into the air, jockeying for position now. Both teams trying to get possession, and it's going to be Amanzor who does so for the men in green. Espinoza flicks it up to himself. Now will turn his back towards the goal. Norton bumped off the play, will be given the advantage. Now slide tackle from behind, and we will see if the referee pulls his card out again. And Kumi will give a handshake and a hug to Norton as both players will back away. Fuentes to take the free kick. Wearing the green captain's armband. He will chip it into the top of the box. Diallo gets his head on it, and it's just going to go out of play for a goal kick. Number 24, Ryan Horning. Given away in the middle of the park. Once again, Diallo plays it in for Monkwai. Tries to return it back to Diallo and intercepted by Beatriz. Ball out of play. And Howard will get the throw in. Estrada throws it low. Finds Onabayi. Norton, he's going to turn and look. Takes the shot, but just couldn't quite get enough power into it. As in the end, Simonson makes the comfortable save. Howard high pressing once again, trying to force that turnover as the Cougars now playing small ball to get up the field. Warning to Reyes. Umanzor will dribble towards the middle of the field. Now looks low as Onabayi slide tackle and takes him out, but play will continue once more. Norton taken away by Kumi. He's got some room in front of him. Looks to try to play it early. Gets it back on the follow-up. And pulls down Fuentes. Simmons takes the free kick towards the middle of the field. Kumi back heels it. Amankwai plays it across. Estrada, he'll chip it in, but it's going to be a little bit too high and too close to goal as Simonson will get forth and snags that high up in the air. Estrada wins that one away. Now he'll push forward. Looking for help, but Martins is right there in his way. Still right in his way as Estrada now will be forced to retreat backwards. Larios gets around to Manzor. Goes to the near side, Herzog. Taken away by Espinoza. And unable to keep it in as we will have substitutions on both sides. Edwin Estrada, and number 24, Brian Starr. Entering for the Dragons, number 6, Diego Ruiz. Starr returns for the Cougars, and Edwin Estrada will make his first appearance for Frederick. On the Dragon side, Diego Ruiz will get his first appearance in the game, replacing Onabayi. Larios plays it in for a tang. The flag stays down. Amankwai looking for a tang and couldn't connect on the pass. Frederick could counter here. They've got numbers going forward. Martins looking for the run of Umanzor, and Howard able to recover just in time. Diallo. He'll go over the top now, and again, just a little bit too much, as Simonson able to come out to the top of his box and scoop it up. Horning gives that one away. Ruiz to Norton. Looking for a tang and intercepted. Roger Diaz-Beatriz has played a solid game back there as the center back of the Cougars. Played forward looking for Martins. Herzog. Over the top. Horning heads it backwards, but a tang will be the first one to get to it. He'll take on Horning. One-on-one. A tang tries a left-footed shot and doesn't get much of that one, as the worm burner will be saved by Simonson. Diego Ruiz clears that out. Entering for the Cougars, number 12, Iker Alvarenga. Alvarenga will return after taking a brief break. Brinkley back to the bench. Diallo finds Fuentes. Headed away by Horning, and Reyes will help it along. Umanzor keeps possession. Martins goes over the top, and again, just too much. Long ball over the top once more. A tang now will chase it down. He's got Amankwai into the box, tries to cross it in, and just too tall for Amankwai. Howard with 11 shots in this first half so far, 5 on goal, 5 saves for Simonson. Simmons plays it back. Amankwai had let it go. A tang followed it up, and offside is called, but Amankwai is protesting that he never was involved in the play. He knew he was offside, so he was trying to let the ball go by him and go to a tang on the back of it. But the referee will put up the offsides flag nonetheless. So good thought by the Dragons, but the referees decided that Amankwai was involved in the play even though he just stepped over the ball. First offsides of the game called against Howard. Played short. Orozco goes back to Simonson. Plays short to Orozco, who's surrounded by Dragons, trying to dribble his way through it. He will play it to Sarr. Now Sarr gives away to Diallo. Amankwai plays it to the corner. Diallo. And that's going to go off of Sarr, and I believe it will be a corner kick. The referee's calling a goal kick now. The ball was clearly kicked out by the Cougars. And now a goal kick is called. Wow. Diallo. Amankwai turns. He's going to take a shot. And falling away. That one will go high and wide. But another good attempt by the Dragons as they continue to keep this high pressure up. It has resulted in turnovers and chances. Horning plays over the top, but nobody there to chase it down for Frederick. Ruiz taken away by Kumi. 1-2 ball looking for Martins. Martins is in on goal. Josh Martin shot save. What a save by Jesse Sanchez. The kick save keeps it out of his net. Norton held back by Sar. Referee will give the advantage. Play on. Into the corner goes Amankwai. Plays it back for Norton. He's got some room to shoot if he wants to try it. Plays the square ball instead. Diallo turns to take a look. Now chips it in looking for Amankwai on the back post and headed away by the Cougars. Played long as Larios goes back to his goalkeeper. Fuentes trying to fight through. Play on, says the referee. Martins looking for a Manzor, and that will be deflected towards Sanchez. Manzor went down on the play. Didn't really protest for a foul, however. Norton, Ruiz, Herzog off of his foot. And now Sar will charge forward with the ball. Tries to cross it in and just puts it a little bit too close to the Howard goalkeeper. Sanchez punts it forward. Diallo is able to get to it first. Atang gets it to Amankwai and given away. Now it's going to be Kumi going to a wide open Alvarenga, and Sanchez 20 yards out of his goal, able to slide through, and the sweeper keeper able to stop the fast break with less than a minute remaining in this first half. Sar takes his time to get the ball back in play. And a foul is called against the Dragons. Just 15 seconds left. Cougars trying to get it off quickly. One last chance, and time continues to tick away. Now tries to play it on the backside as a Manzor, and unable to put it in, as that will be the end of the first half. And an exciting one it was. The Frederick Cougars will take a 1-0 lead going into the halftime intermission. You won't want to miss the second half. 45 minutes in, 45 to go here in Columbia, Maryland, as the Howard Community College Dragons trail the Frederick Cougars 1-0. As we are here on the campus of Howard Community College in Columbia, Maryland. The sun is setting and we are going to have a nice chilly night ahead of us. No lights on the field, so it's going to get a little bit darker on the field. And we will certainly play through it till the end. Howard in their white jerseys going from left to right in the second half, and the Frederick Cougars in their greens going from right to left. Moore putting in some high pressure. Once again, Howard trying to take advantage of the Cougars, looking to play slowly out of their backfield, and are able to force the turnover here. Moore going to try to just run himself into the corner. Shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and it is going to be won in the end by Beatriz. Estrada gets to it first. Under pressure from Espinoza. And Estrada will look to settle things down. Simmons plays towards the middle. Herzog looking for the path of Diallo. And Diallo just couldn't quite get the right contact for it to bring it down. Simonson, a long line drive punt. It's going to get through. Martins picks it up. Martins taken down on the play, and surely will be a foul against Larios. And now the Cougars with a set play about 25 yards out off the right side of the goalpost. The referee's going to step out the 10 yards. 3 men behind the ball for the Cougars. And it's going to end up being Martins who steps behind it. Now it's going to be Beatriz who joins him. Martins with his right foot. Steps over. It's going to be Beatriz with the left. Whoa, my goodness, that was so close. Just off the side netting. And did not miss by much. The Frederick sideline thought it was in as it clipped the netting, but it was on the outside of it. What a curling shot, however, by Roger Beatriz. Simmons heads it on. Tries to play it forward for Moore and is tripped up on the play. Now it's going to be Estrada able to get it to Moore on the second try. Moore gets around the slide tackle. Taking on Beatriz. Body-to-body contact, and referee calls the foul. Didn't signal which way, and it looks like it's going to go in favor of the Cougars. Six shots in the first half for the Cougars, 4 of which were on goal. Howard with 12 shots, 5 on goal. But it is the Cougars who have the only stat that matters. Diallo tries to get through, hampered along the way. Good job by the Cougars defense to slow down Diallo as he was trying to get through that defensive line. Reyes. Simmons slides tackle forward and gets possession. Fuentes plays it early. And no willing runners as Diallo will just have to chase far behind Beatriz. Referee signals that Cougars stole a few yards and trying to throw it back in, and we'll have to redo it. Fuentes crosses it in, headed away by Orozco. Fuentes, under pressure, just plays it out. Howard coaching staff trying to shout orders to their forwards. Diallo jumping up, trying to contest it. Moore gets a touch on it, but it's going to be cleared out in the end by Moreno. Howard comes in the game averaging 2.7 goals per game and getting 19 shots per game, so certainly getting the shots that are on par with their season averages, just not the goals. Fuentes plays it forward, and he will look to follow it up to Diallo and will not succeed. That stat is a little skewed, as the 18-0 win over Westmoreland certainly bumped up the Howard scoring numbers a little bit from what it was previously. And a great job by Alvarenga as he's able to escape the danger. Now the Cougars, looking to counterattack on the Dragons. Long ball played. Martins has it played off of his hand, and handball is called. Sanchez did a great job of coming off of his line. Larios to take the free kick after the offsides call. Atang picks up possession, plays it to Norton. Wide to Simmons. Simmons has time to pick up his head. Play it to the corner for Norton, who's able to get his foot on it. Turns towards goal, tries to nutmeg the defender, and Orozco shut down that attempt. Alvarenga plays it forward to Martins, looking for the run of Espinoza. Espinoza tries to get around to Monkwai, who was able to slow him down just enough, but Martins picks up the second ball. It will fall to Reyes. Looking for Sarr, but Sarr got turned around on the play. Beatriz flips it over, trying to find Valdez. Melendez steps up, able to take it away, and Howard will just clear it out and try to get out of their own half. Norton able to turn towards goal, makes a run forward, finds Atang in the corner. Atang left-footed cross one time, but it's going to spill through into the middle. Norton will slide through the back and gets called for the foul against Reyes. Eight fouls called against Howard in this game, 6 against the Cougars. And that will be out for a throw-in, as both teams will make a sub. Dragons, number 24, Kai Onabayi. And for the Cougars, number 3, Neri Daniel Contreras Corrado. So Neri Corrado makes his first appearance of the game, as he will take over for Sarr. And for the Dragons, Onabayi returns in the lineup as Simmons will get a break. Amankwai back to his normal center back role, clears it out. Right straight up in the air, back is Beatriz. And a foul is called against Corrado. Fuentes to take the free kick. 40 yards from goal, too far to shoot, but he will look to cross this in. Ideally putting it right on the penalty spot. And that is going to be a little too far as Simonson, whoa, he spills that one. It's going to fall back. Diallo on the follow through, able to keep it in and play it back. Howard claiming a handball on the play, no call. Amankwai finds Moore. Estrada. Moore now plays up. Estrada following up, trying to get through. Once again, it is Beatrice who is there in time to stall the Howard attempt. Cleared out by Frederick. Martins will try to run through, and it will force Sanchez. Just play it out, and it will be Frederick that gets the throw in. Espinoza, the lone goal in the game so far, scored in the 16th minute. So far, that has held up. Larios looking for Fuentes, but it's going to be a little bit too far ahead of him. Hard tackle there by Corrado. Moore trying to get through Valdez. Beatriz. Good play there by Moreno to hold possession. Valdez gets it to Martins. Goes wide to a wide open Alvarenga. Herzog now trying to play defense against two players. Melendez on the overlap. Crosses it in. Martins is there. His shot is saved by Sanchez, who dove on top of Sanchez. And now claiming that he is innocent of all charges. But Sanchez makes the play in the end. And now the referee surely will have a word with him on this one. The referee had given a warning to Espinoza earlier in the game for trying to get in the way of free kick attempts. And now he will get one last verbal warning. Moore, played to the corner, tries to get in, shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Referee's going to let that one go. He's been consistent with that call all game long. If it's shoulder-to-shoulder, he is going to let them play through it. Fuentes, left-footed cross into the box, flicked on by Norton. A Tang trying to get the inside position, but he was offsides on the play. And the Dragons squander a good opportunity. Simonson plays it short. Frederick once again looking to play out of their back line. Good ball movement as Howard will have to shift over. Beatriz. Alvarenga. Just crosses the field trying to get out of danger, and only Howard player there. Moore taken out from behind, and surely a foul called against Moreno. It will be Fuentes to take the free kick once again, just on the offensive side of half. Played towards the back post, somehow got over Diallo and a Tang. Both were there in good position and unable to get a touch on it. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 3, Kyle Simmons. Simmons will replace Fuentes in the midfield for Howard. As Simonson now will surely start thinking about how he can take every second that he can, with Frederick holding on to that slim 1-0 lead. Critical regional game for both teams, certainly understanding the importance of this result more. Diallo. Estrada. He'll try to cross it in. It's going to be knocked down by Corrado. And Simmons gives it away. Martins will now turn and look. Pulled down by Simmons for briefly, but it's going to be play on. Alvarenga goes to the corner. Melendez trying to get around Herzog. Herzog's got great positioning on the inside, and he will take it out. A good defensive play by Chris Herzog. Now see a loose shoe being tossed around the pitch. Thankfully, Simmons able to reapply. Thrown in towards Valdez. Orozco. And Frederick will now keep retreating as the entire Howard team looking to push way forward on a high line. Played over the top, and I believe half of the Cougars were offsides on that play. A good job by the Howard Dragons to push forward and get them offsides. Herzog to take the free kick. Diallo again, the flick on header. He's been quite effective on those. Just needs to get it a little bit away from goal. Going right towards goal has allowed Simonson to just pick it up. Went towards the side, one or the other. It would certainly help in allowing his fellow attackers to get on the other end of it. Sanchez. Headed forward by Moreno. Larios. Wide to Herzog. Onabayi had to rush forward to prevent giving that ball away. Simmons will just boot the ball towards the middle of the field. Not really having a particular target in mind, but it will go to Howard. Now Norton looks to take on Melendez one-on-one. We've seen that battle all along throughout this game as Norton tries a different tactic, trying to dribble around him. He'll pass and run to himself. And now it will just be cleared out by Beatriz. Espinoza going up against Amankwai will take down Amankwai. That move looked good for the WWF, not for the soccer pitch. Played quickly. Diallo heads it up. There's a Frederick Cougar down on the play, and surely the play will need to be stopped for the injury, as the referee will do just that. As Moreno appears to have injured his head on the play. We'll be back after this injury timeout.